Welcome to my channel, The Unconventional Trainer. Today's video is going to consist of how many different kinds of squats can I come up with. So cue my title screen, let's get to work. Here at The Unconventional Trainer, we do different things. So I'm trying a few different things today with the video. I don't know how it's going to turn out quality-wise, so I apologize in advance if it sucks, but I'm not going to reshoot this because this is going to be one hell of a workout. We are going to start with our typical everyday TRX band squats just for a warm-up. We're going to go from that right into the dreaded Jefferson squat. I have posted a Jefferson squat video that goes into details, so I'm not going to do that here. Please go back and watch it. It is the best all-around leg, glute exercise that you can do, and that's not just my word. That is Mr. Olympia bodybuilders that say that as well. It is a torturous exercise. That's why I hope this all works out well, because once I shoot that, it's going to be a while before I can do it again. So please go back and watch the Jefferson squat video if you haven't already done it, and then we're going to roll right into that after our TRX squats. On the TRX squats, all we're doing is warming up and stretching. So go as low as you can on those. Don't worry about the reps. Don't worry about anything other than stretching those legs out, because they're going to need to be stretched pretty good to do the Jeffersons. On the Jefferson squats, the main emphasis is when you come up, normally I don't have you lock out on legs or almost any exercise. But with the Jefferson squat, when you reach the top of that motion, squeeze the glutes as hard as you can. You're going to be leaning back to do those Jeffersons, so it'll keep your back upright. The weight is going to want to pull you forward. Do not let it do that. Tighten that core, put those shoulders back, grab that barbell, and get to work. Next up, we have what is referred to as a low bar squat. And for those of you that live in the Midwest, it has nothing to do with alcohol, so the excitement level needs to drop right now. What that is a position of the bar on your back. A high bar squat, it's up closer to the shoulders, and a low bar squat, it is down lower on the back. Thus the term low bar squat. The purpose for this exercise, there is a lot more booty work and hamstring work in a low bar squat than there is on a high bar squat. High bar squats tend to work more of the quads and some of the back of the leg, okay? But on the low bar squat, it is the back of the leg, which are the hamstrings, and the booty emphasis. For this exercise, you want to make sure that you unlock the spine and push the booty out before you ever start your squat. Push it out towards the back wall just a little bit, and then when you do your squat, a slight bend at the waist and getting back up is what's going to work for that. On this one, we do not lock our legs. Matter of fact, for the rest of these, do not lock your legs out. You want constant tension on those legs. Once you get that contraction, you want that weight to work that contraction for you. Once you lock your knees up, not only do you risk knee damage, but you've taken all the tension off of the legs, you have to start all over again. So it's basically like you have continuous tension on those legs for a full minute. And it's time under tension that makes us grow and or shapes our legs up, depending on what you're looking for. by the way, guys, there's one thing that I want to clear up. I was always taught back in the day, so anybody over 40 years of age, please pay attention to this, maybe even in your 30s. It was told to me that when you do a squat, to keep your back straight and to keep from getting injured, you are to look up at a point up in the sky or the corner of the top corner of the gym ceiling or something like that. That has been proven to be pure bullshit. You do not want to do that. You want to keep your eyes focused straight ahead when you do your squats. Wanted to make sure I threw that in for you. Next, we are going to go into some of my favorite stuff now. We're going to drop a dumbbell on its edge. We're going to put both feet on that dumbbell, come down and up with the TRX bands. And again, on this one, I do not want you to lock out. The more tension you can put on those quads, the better this exercise is going to work for you. Make sure that when you do these next two exercises, that your feet are flared out at an angle and not straight. That's called a sumo position with the feet. Now I have a word of advice for all the guys out there that are doing that last exercise that I just did. Make sure that when you do that last exercise, your plums are behind the level of that dumbbell and not even with the level of the dumbbell. You want to make sure that they clear that dumbbell, drop down a little bit lower than that, and then come back up. If they don't clear the level of that barbell when you drop down for your first rep, you're not going to like me very much. Next, we're going to go into the same exercise, but we're going to use two dumbbells, feet in the same position. They're about shoulder width apart. And this time, you're going to drop those plums between the two dumbbells and come back up. Squeezing and emphasizing on the booty, but not locking the legs out when you do it, please. I have a real love-hate relationship going on right now. I love you guys for watching this. I hate this routine. We're almost done. I'm going to drop into what is called a goblet squat. You've got the dumbbell down low, hold it in the same position, drop that dumbbell straight towards the ground, and squat yourself back up, again focusing on the rear end, and you're again not going to lock. That's the hard part, man. You're not going to lock those legs out at the top of the motion. Make sure that you keep your shoulders back when you do this exercise. Drop down as straight as possible. All I'm going to do is go to a cable machine, hook a couple handles up to it, extend the arms just a bit, and drop down and squat while hanging on to those handles. It's going to pull the weight stack up and down, and having to fight that resistance is miserable at this point in the workout. But again, we're almost done. Thank goodness. The hardest part about that last exercise was getting up off of my ass at the end of them. Our last exercise is going to be something very similar while you're at the cables. Just take those handles off. A lot of gyms have this belt that you can hook up to the cables. And some good gyms actually have a platform that does this exercise for you. All you have to do is slide the belt on. It's dedicated for this exercise. It's basically just a belted squat. We're going to do the same form. It works pretty much the same areas. I saved this exercise for last because some gyms don't have one of these belts or one of the machines that does this. If that's the case at the gym you're at, join another gym. Your gym's a piece of crap. Never has a slogan been so appropriate. That was 9 different squat exercises Guys, it took me 22 sets to film this. So that's 22 sets of squats just out of my pure love for you guys and how much I want to see you succeed out there. What I expect in return is that this gets liked, forwarded, that you finally ring that little bell so you'll know when these videos are coming, because they are getting better every day. And if you're watching my channel, so are you. You know my slogan by now, so I'm going to hold off in lieu of a special dedication that I want to give on this one. I want to dedicate this one to my inspiration for doing the squat. I call him Coach Corey. He is known as Lifting Heavy 1 on my channel. Love you, bro. I wish I saw more of you. Thank you for teaching me some of this stuff. Please apply it in your daily lives. And I lied, because I'm going to tell you right now, there is no such thing as staying the same. You're either striving to make yourself better or you are allowing yourself to get worse. My name is Jim, the Unconventional Trainer. Cue my title screen. I'm going to crawl up the stairs.